Maverick 100.9 Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss, joined by a big guy with an even bigger personality, Jeffery Allen Imler, coming to me from Louisiana.
That's right. Welcome. Big old shout out from the South.
Oh, goodness. Jeffery, I am so excited to get to talk to you again. You know, you and I got to meet on a whim. Our friend Kendall Schaefer brought you down here to meet me. And of course, shout out to Kendall. We love him. Then you ended up releasing a new single with him that just absolutely stormed the world. It
Crazy.
Stormed it. What does that feel
I think
like?
it went to numbers. I think it went to number 6. It's crazy. It's surreal, and the fact that he felt enough to put me on the song with him, was a huge feather in my hat. So hats off to you there, Kendall Schaefer, for helping me, or at least allowing me to ride your coattail for a minute.
Well,
and give me that sensation. But it's just amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
And riding that coattail, we are. You may as well stay on the high. You are finally bringing us your debut single called Stormy Weather. So first, congrats. I'm so glad you're doing this.
Well, thank you. It's been a long time coming. I've had a lot of people pushing on me to do that. I've been writing songs for a lot of other artists, and finally they're just like, Jeff, you just got to do something for yourself, man. People are gonna love it because nobody can sing it like the writer, kind of thing,
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I guess I'll give it a shot. So here I am. And thank you for folks like yourself that's going to give it some spins and do some interviews and help me get the word out there, because without you all, ain't nobody going to know what I'm doing, especially down here in the boot.
I'm just so glad that everybody finally gets to discover you, because I get the personal opportunity to actually get to know people as humans, not just as MP3s. And
Right.
and I think if the world really paid attention as much as I have, they would fall in love with you just like I have. So I'm just super happy. And I do got to know about the song, though. What is Stormy Weather about? Where did this come from?
Well, I wrote it with a buddy of mine named Jacob Howard. He's a boy out of Nashville. Well, actually out of Tennessee, a place called Greenback, Tennessee, not too far from Nashville. And it's about a relationship that he was having with a woman who's actually in the music business herself. She's a singer as well from Louisiana, and she lives up there in Tennessee as well. Well, the whole story is that the song was written about how this girl was going through a lot of stuff. Her music was taking off. A lot of things were kind of distracting her, and she wasn't sure what she wanted. But she didn't want to break up, but she wasn't fully invested in the relationship. And it's just kind of balancing those things. Well, the long short of it is the end of it's not in the song, is that they're no longer together. But it's, we ain't broke up, but we darn sure ain't together. Damn this stormy weather. So it's comparing the relationship to like a storm. It's sometimes it has a way of purifying, but tearing things up at the same time, So that's kind of what it's about.
I don't know if I'm prepared for a heartbreaker from you. I really don't know if I'm prepared.
Well, I've got one that is, now this is more mid-tempo, kind of upbeat, kind of, so it's not going to break your heart. It's definitely going to be entertainment, tap your foot to it. So I didn't want to totally drag you down in the dumps. But so the energy is there, but the story behind it's a real story. And if you know anything about me from the last time we talked, all the songs that I write are true stories, either about myself or friends, things like that. I try to keep that real factor involved, because you can't fake it till you make it. I don't care what people tell you. You can't do it.
That's the darn truth. That's the darn truth. Oh, man. Well, we've got to listen to it now. Y'all, we're going to be back with my friend Jeffery Allen Imler. But first, the debut on Maverick 100.9 of Stormy Weather. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air the single for you in podcast form, but you can find it on any downloading and streaming platform. And today's interview continues now. Maverick 100.9, you heard it here first. That was Jeffery Allen Imler and Stormy Weather. Your debut release now as a solo artist. I'm super excited about that. We were talking about how you write with so many other artists and you were able to make your way to Texas through that. So what does that mean for the future of Jeffery Allen Imler?
Well, I'm going to keep writing and doing what I'm doing on that end of it. That's something that I just can't get away from. That's kind of been my guilty pleasure, to keep me satisfied with the music side of things while I've been busy working. Mm-hmm. But now that I've got an opportunity to get myself out there and push my own music, I think I'm going to try and push that on the side there, and I'm going to let the music do what it needs to do. If the audience, the people want to see more of Jeffery Allen Imler, then I'm gonna keep doing that, But it's got to let the market kind of tell me what I'm gonna do, as it were. I don't want to go cramming music down somebody's throat that don't want to hear it. So if you like it, make sure people know and request it on your radio stations. Because if not, then I'm gonna be sitting down here in the booth and I'm gonna keep building houses.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with any of it, but I'm the fan here. So I'm like, no, you got to keep it coming. But it is interesting that you bring that up. I do want to talk about your work a little bit because I find it fascinating. You live in Louisiana, like you said, you live in the boot, and a lot of storms come through Louisiana. But for us here in Texas, a lot of that stuff is just what we see on the morning news. And we never really get to chat with anybody that it affects directly. So can you explain exactly what you're doing during the day when you're not being Mr. Jeffery Allen Imler, the performer?
Right. Well, I tell you, about 90% of my time is down here trying to get these folks back in their homes and back in their camps down here in Louisiana. I don't know if you know this, but Grand Isle, where I mainly work, is more of a touristy kind of community. It's got beaches and all that, great fishing. That's why they call it Sportsman's Paradise. Keyword, go look at my previous album. I got a song about that called Sportsman's Paradise. And so when we're down here, these folks are just kind of not really thought about so much because it's Grand Isle is an offset of Louisiana. It's not New Orleans. It's not Baton Rouge. It's not something that's in the limelight for the media. And with that, a lot of people kind of get disenfranchised from that with the storms. And FEMA came in and helped. They did a great job. The state came around and helped. There's a lot of volunteer organizations that got involved. The island truly stepped up and did everything they could to try to get these people back where they need to be. But, at the end of the day, they still have insurance companies to deal with. They still have homes that are damaged that need to be rebuilt. That's where I come in. In fact, I just donated a new roof to a house the other day. An old man, he's 90 years old, has cancer, not doing too good, but he just wanted to get his camp back to where he could enjoy it before, his last days. And so we put a roof on his house and getting it back to where he needs to be, to where he can get in and enjoy it before, the inevitable comes in with that cancer stuff. And God forbid any of that happens to him, that's, I don't like talking about cancer, but at the end of the day, we try to bring positive to it. We do. We try to bring positive and bring the enjoyment because this island life is all about friendship, meeting people, sportsmen, getting out there fishing, things like that, spending time and making memories with family. That's what this whole island is about. And that's the whole mentality that we have down here.
Oh my God.
Just helping one another out.
I can't tell you the last time I got emotional during an interview, especially with somebody that's as funny as you. I don't know why.
You stop it, Corliss.
I think it's a matter of, and I know I've said this over and over again in the interview today, but it's like, I do know you and you've been such a wonderful person. Oh my God, look at me. What?
All right, no more talking about storms. Take that off the plate.
But
this will be edited.
I always loved you because of your positivity and your friendship and how wonderful you are. And I guess I didn't realize in your personal life, you are even more extraordinary. So my God. If
now you're going to make me cry. You better quit.
You want to support this man, I can't help you.
Oh,
we're breathing.
Well, if you want to support it, look, I tell you, y'all help me with the music and get that going. I can do more for these folks down here.
That is a great thing. Yes, do that. Go to his website, buy his music, buy merch, go see him on the road. Every little thing you do for music, you never realize when you are supporting independent artists, you are supporting a whole lot more than a record label. This isn't going into the pockets of CEOs. This is going to help put roofs on people's houses. And that's just
really is
bizarre. Well, that just happened.
Oh, all right. You got to calm that down now because I can't be crying on camera.
I don't even know where to end the interview at this moment, except for, once again, his name is Jeffery Allen Imler. Please find him. Please show him love. Jeffery, you're amazing. Thank you.
Well, Corliss, we love you, and we couldn't do what we're doing down here if we didn't have the help of folks like yourself. So make sure you got some credit in there for you too.